He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Lions and the Colts. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
First opened back in 2008, there's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they are hot as can be, winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you'd call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
And he is hot, hot, hot. Yeah, okay, so there's a blemish in there, right? He did throw 1 interception in the last game.
Yeah, but 5 touchdown passes.
Okay, that's the offset you want.
I say bench him. 5 touchdowns, 1 interception.
You are tough, Coach. I thought the ratio was if you got to 3-1, your quarterback was operating at peak efficiency. 5-1.
And a win.
And a win. Yeah, just let him keep throwing it.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early 2nd down and long. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns. We got the...
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Lions will take over. And out come the Lions for their first drive behind their 9th-year quarterback in year number 4 with Detroit. It's Jared Goff.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
First carry now for David Montgomery. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And this will wind up a Lions first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He's got this to Williams, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Colts offense and Josh Downs making their way out. And as we move deeper into the season, he continues to put up big numbers on a weekly basis. As you see here, he's the NFL's leader in receptions to this point of the year. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Mahomes now to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Marcus Davenport racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
It's now 3rd down.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the pressure gets to him again. Marcus Davenport, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 69 yards. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's been as productive as anyone in the NFL in the middle part of this season. The NFL's leader in receiving yards to this point, and he doesn't appear to be slowing down anytime soon.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Gonna need better protection here. Third and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Back to throw.
Throw left side, taken in by Pittman.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession.
He's already approaching 100 yards and has the touchdown. I'm sure on that opposite sideline right now, they're scratching their heads saying, all right, what do we do?
And the hard part is, even if you limit him to a short catch, he has that make-you-miss ability to take it for big yardage and put in the end zone again. So trying to blanket him is very difficult, but ultimately, you've got to find a way to put him on the ground, tackle him, and he doesn't make that easy.
They're struggling with that so far. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Play action. It's gone.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And this one is incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Second and 10.
Off throwing again. It's complete to Williams. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams
with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game.
And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver, because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
And he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Back to Montgomery on second down.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Now a play fake, and it's gone. This is caught at the 20. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead. Point after here coming up. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball.
And his throw here's incomplete. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Lions offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Goff now looks to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. To throw is Goff.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take over here up near the 40.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well, so where's the line?
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Alex Anzalone in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes.
The short one there, caught by Likely.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession.
A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Goff now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He finds his man complete. That's Watkins.
And he is going to have a Lions first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
First down, Lions.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Into space at the 45.
And he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts 33. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
And the Lions first down.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
This is 2nd and 8.
Going up the gut, Montgomery.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Goff going to keep it himself.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line.
A give. This is Montgomery. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the fourth quarter.
And we've certainly been on the call to see many teams do exactly that over the years, Brandon. Some to even more impressive degrees. In the end, it always comes back to there's still a defense out there, and it's still a game of NFL football. So if you don't like what's happening, it's up to you to get them stopped.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. So the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We're facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand and
rush coming, and he's taken down. Alex Anzalone able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Now Mahomes.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37. To throw, it's Mahomes.
That complete to Downs.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
An 8-yard loss on the play.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.